is bad at directions or following the maps? Anyone? Good thing that's not me. I'm pretty good at directions, as every pilot should be. But imagine being a passenger on a flight where the pilot doesn't know the plan, the route, or even the destination. Scary, right? In life, though, we're often like that. Even when we have a plan and know exactly where we want to go, life throws in diversions, setbacks, and reroutes. It has been my dream to speak on a TEDx stage. Yet, for some reason, I've been questioning if I'm even worthy of being here. A few days ago, I prayed because I felt unprepared. I didn't know how I would fit my life story into the right words in a short amount of time, but with impact. Then, while walking the streets of Dubai looking for inspiration, I saw a billboard that read, "You got this." And as if in a movie, another billboard appeared 2 minutes later saying, "You would make a real great autobiography." So here I am, trusting that the words I speak today come from God and that I am meant to be here. I believe that He will never give you something if you are not ready for it. My life has been like this forever. He is placing me in places and circumstances where I wasn't prepared already. Or so I thought. But isn't this what leadership is? Leading even when you're not ready. Even when you're not inspired. It's showing up even when you don't want to. My life is literally straight out of a book. You know how parents have grand plans for you when you're a kid? To become a professional, a doctor, lawyer, engineer, accountant. That's the story for me. As the only girl and the baby of the family, my parents wanted me to become a doctor. But God has other plans. I graduated high school, pregnant, and became a teenage mom at the age of 16. At that time, becoming a teenage mom was often seen as a dead end to dreams. But I wanted to prove my parents that I could still make them proud, despite what had happened. So I continued my studies, graduated college, pregnant again. But I was determined. I didn't have a choice. I had two amazing kids looking up to me, and I had to be successful for them. I became a registered nurse, then was supposed to continue to become a doctor. But my love for travel and my grand astronaut dreams kicked in. I knew the airline industry was for me, and I knew I wanted to become a pilot. But I applied as a flight attendant first. One day, while still working as a flight attendant, I looked at the flight deck and said to myself, that's where I want to be. That is where I'm supposed to be. So I did. While working, I also studied during my days off to become a pilot. I earned my commercial pilot license, received a scholarship for my Airbus rating, and became a first officer. I was so happy and thought, I'll be doing this forever. Then, like so many others, the pandemic shifted everything. I lost my job, and suddenly, my course was rerouted. I served a total of 10 years in the airline industry, and I thought I wouldn't be able to get back. During the pandemic, I thought I lost it all. The job, the marriage, friends, and I was so uncertain about the future. But then, life surprised me. I kept myself busy, never stopped learning, and kept looking for my purpose. I joined the Air Force and became a reservist. Learned about cryptocurrency and blockchain, tried several industries and businesses. While I was searching for answers, I came to the United Arab Emirates, stayed there for a month with no plan in mind. Just being open to new opportunities, possibilities, and meeting people. Then I met a lot of people already in blockchain, and from there, I traveled to different countries, meeting even more people in the tech industry. I thought, why not? Even though it was a new industry, why not bring the blockchain weeks of the world to the Philippines and bring more businesses to the country? I pitched the idea of Philippine Blockchain Week to partners who shared my vision. And now, as we enter our fourth year, we are connecting industries and bringing international market to the Philippines, bridging the Philippines to the world. For years, my role was to bridge passengers to destinations around the globe. Now, I see my purpose in bridging the Philippines to the world of technology. Through learning, adapting, and connecting with people worldwide, I've ventured into the emerging fields of cryptocurrency and blockchain. Together, we also established the Blockchain Council of the Philippines, and I serve as its founding vice president. I also just started the business in the United Arab Emirates, and I'm happy to be partnering with different people all over the world. Then I knew that if God places a dream in your heart, you should follow it, whether it calls you to a new country, industry, or path. There's always a purpose. No one is born knowing how to fly or as a text expert. My strengths lie in building connections, creating partnerships, and thinking innovatively. With willingness, anyone can learn and even influence an industry. Have I made bad decisions in my life? Definitely. A lot. But every decision I made was the best choice I could make at that time. What's important is owning up to it. I have no regrets because each decision taught me valuable lessons in life, such as 1. You need to be resilient, able to adapt, and embrace change. The pandemic hit, and with it, the end of my airline career. This loss could have been a dead end. But instead, I chose to pivot, diving into something unfamiliar, the tech world. Losing my job showed me that my strength lay not in a single identity, but in my ability to reinvent myself and bring others along the journey. Having journeyed towards various fields, healthcare, aviation, tech, and business, I realized that my role is to pave the way for others, especially women, to enter industries where they're underrepresented. Just as technology evolves, I adapt too. Whether it's blockchain or aviation, I'm driven to bridge gender gaps and create pathways for others to thrive. Second lesson, be a servant leader in whatever you do. Being a pilot has taught me invaluable lessons in leadership and responsibility. I recall a simulator session where our instructor had us close our eyes and then disoriented us before asking us to identify our location and path to our destination. In that moment, you're left with no choice but to lead and land the aircraft safely. Hundreds of lives are at stake. I never set out to be a leader, but by exploring paths less traveled and stepping into male-dominated fields, I realized that others looked to me as a guide. In my team, 2 people described my style as servant leadership. This kind of leadership appears in many roles. A pilot serving passengers while guiding with authority, a mother nurturing her family while making tough calls, and an entrepreneur driving a vision while empowering the team. That's when I understood my approach to leadership. Balancing empathy and decisiveness. Supporting others and guiding with a clear vision. True leadership isn't about titles. It's about people wanting to work with you, not just for you. It's about owning all decisions, right or wrong, and doing what's best for the moment. Third lesson, live an impactful life. A few years ago, my life story was everywhere on the internet, in commercials, newspapers, and magazines. I shared my journey from becoming a teenage mom to achieving my dream of being a pilot. But eventually, I hit burnout from creating content and stopped making videos, feeling it was pointless. Then, during the pandemic, I received a call from an aunt of one of my followers, a 16-year-old girl who had attempted suicide but survived. The aunt said my videos had given her niece strength, and the girl wanted to speak with me. We talked, I shared some advice, and was so happy. She was so happy. Tragically, a few days later, she contracted COVID and passed away. Her aunt later sent me her voice messages, thanking me until her last breath. That experience completely changed my perspective. I've never even met this person, yet my videos had made meaningful difference in her life. I often receive messages from people who became pilots or overcame challenges because my videos inspired them. Every day I pray, bless me more, Lord, so I can be a blessing to others. Let my work benefit not just me, but everyone around me. True leadership is about creating an impact for a greater good, not for your personal gain. A leader doesn't need a huge following or a large team. Sometimes, inspiring or guiding just one person can be enough. Today, I hope to remind us all that sharing our stories can make a difference. We have unique experiences and lessons that could help others lead more impactful lives. What if our true purpose wasn't just to fly higher, but to help others rise alongside us? What if leadership was about more than just reaching your destination, but about serving others, lifting others, and creating opportunities? My titles represent my journey of learning, making mistakes, and getting back up. Life doesn't always follow a flight plan. I still don't know where God wants me to head to now. Sometimes we're diverted, navigating unknown skies, and in those moments, we discover the beauty of pausing, resting, and starting over again. It's okay to fail. It's okay to reroute, because I am certain that whatever decision and whatever destination He wants me to go, I am following His flight plan. I am navigating and piloting now towards my purpose because His plan is bigger than mine. I've learned that purpose often lies not in reaching a destination, but in embracing the journey itself. This is what it means to pilot toward purpose, to lead with resilience, a servant's heart, and a vision beyond ourselves. So remember, whether you're flying a plane, leading a team, or navigating your own life, the journey may not be what you expected. But as long as you keep adjusting, keep recalculating, and keep moving forward, you are still on track. Your destination is waiting, and you'll eventually get there. Thank you and safe travels toward your purpose.